It is now time to converse about some of the most iconic directors of our time in the cinema industry. First up, Quentin Tarantino. Foot fetish aside, this guy is like the master of unconventional storytelling, something I wish gets pushed more in our mainstream programming. He is famous for his unique blend of violence, pop culture reference, snappy dialogues that keep us on the edge of our seats. You're watching a Tarantino film when a seemingly ordinary conversation just turns into a bloodbath, and you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Go look for my review on Inglourious Basterds, by the way. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about here on the show whenever I say that Quentin Tarantino is an excellent, nay, one-of-a-kind director. Next, we have my favorite filmmaker of all time, who in my opinion is even more brilliant, yes, even than Quentin Tarantino, is Christopher Nolan. And that's because he directed Interstellar, which I consider to be the best science fiction movie of all time. That movie is packed with stunning visuals, research, and creative power, and such as the research on black holes and physics has been poured heavily into that movie. And that is why I really enjoy Christopher Nolan's movies. Okay, fine. And this is actually a testament to how much intellectual economy Christopher Nolan incorporates into his screenplays. But, okay, I'll admit that I have had to watch Tenet 2 to 3 times-ish. But I would honestly rather have intellectual attributes contained in the movies that I watch than the sloppy garbage we get in some of the MCU movies. So, Christopher Nolan gets a win in regard to creating intellectual movies. So, to the director who takes us on a journey where we question our sanity and the laws of physics, yay, Christopher Nolan. Okay, imagine if I forgot to include Steven Spielberg in my list of iconic film directors, because, has anyone watched Jurassic Park? No? Okay, maybe dinosaurs ain't your thing. Oh, well, Schindler's List, which contains a beautiful soundtrack composed by John Williams. In fact, I can even tell you which piece of the soundtrack for Schindler's List is my favorite to listen to, maybe of all time. Second to Lord of the Rings, and that's the title track, Making the List. Listen to it on wherever you listen to your music and podcasts, or where you're listening to this podcast, because it is pretty darn special. So, have you watched any of Steven Spielberg's movies? Schindler's List? No? Then what the fuck are you doing? Pretending to be interested in the art of the filmmaking genre. Go watch at least one Steven Spielberg picture and try telling me that he cannot direct a wide range of motion pictures with various genres and high caliber storytelling. Now, the reason why I said that Christopher Nolan is my favorite director is because he creates movies that align with my tastes more. And it's something that requires thinking. And I like movies that do that because it makes movies more engaging when you have to continue to think about it. And I get it. The popcorn flicks exist for a reason. Mediocre entertainment exists. And if you just want to distract your mind like I did with watching Super Mario Brothers the other day, by all means. But I also want thought and expression in the screenplays being executed on the silver screen, if you get what I mean. Because, okay, If we had more time, I would have mentioned other film directors like Martin Scorsese, the master of gritty dramas, Wes Anderson, and Yorgos Lanthimos. Anyway, I would be interested to know your thoughts about your iconic directors list in the comment section below. Or you can reach out to us through our Twitter inbox at Cinema Courtroom.